All right, all right. How are you guys doing tonight? All right, we can do a little better than that. Come on, you goddamn right. You goddamn right. My name is Jessa. It's just Jessica without the ick. I'm glad you guys are all here tonight. Um, it's just a good night to be slinging out some grade A giggles for you. You're going to have to excuse my clipboard. I have the attention span of a ferret on crystal meth, so if I just get stopped and I'll forget every thought I've ever had, I'm just going to stand here until my time is over. Deal with it. I have the microphone. I am the alpha. Um, we're in the middle of the holiday season. Who's ready for this shit to almost be over? Yeah, absolutely. It's just too much. It's just too much. Like, growing up, my granny was very militant about Thanksgiving, right? Like, the rule was, like, first week in November, all the girls went to Granny's house to talk about, like, what they were going to bring. Now, if you didn't show up to that meeting, you had 2 weeks to figure it out because she would call you and tell you what you was going to bring. Now, if you didn't know how to make that, you had 2 weeks to figure it out, or her and all of her church bitch friends were going to make fun of you. If you had a husband or a boyfriend coming, then they were required to bring like paper cups or napkins or something because she found men to be useless. Yeah, absolutely. One year, every year she would get like 2 turkeys, right? Like 2 live turkeys, and we'd kill one on Thanksgiving, one on Christmas. And she always named them something like Thelma and Louise or Bert and Ernie or something like that. Well, one year she decided to name them Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I told her, that's a little bit morbid, Granny. That's the day they're going to die. She's like, well, what would you name them? I told her Jive and Motherfucker, and I was not allowed to name turkeys after that. And my granny was the baddest motherfucker I ever met. She was a thug in an A-line skirt with a 38 strapped to her thigh. Like, her hobbies included, like, one-upping church bitches and making moonshine. Like, there was no fucks to give with this woman. Whenever she got married to my grandpa, she became a hussy. Like, that was her last name. So my grandpa's favorite joke was she wasn't a hussy until I married her. Growing up, it was hard, like, with holidays because, like, my dad would do shit like I didn't meet my real mom until I was 17, so Mother's Day growing up was just my dad going to a wet t-shirt contest to find me another one. When I did meet my mom, she used to do this thing where she'd go around the table and everybody had to say something they were thankful for Thanksgiving. So one year I told her I was thankful I didn't have to draw on my eyebrows, and the bitch threw a plate at me. My mama looks like Kim K without all that Ray J penis money. And my daddy looks like if you took every sad country song and anthropomorphied it into a felon. Let's see what other shit. Oh, one of my favorite parts about Thanksgiving and stuff now is, like, I haven't talked to my family since '09. So, like, I get to save a whole bunch of money. And, like, this year I'm going to my boyfriend's Thanksgiving and, like, his holidays this year. Which is weird for me because, like, he comes from, like, a proper upper middle class family. Like, they all have, like, button up shirts and real jobs, and none of them has ever stolen a catalytic converter. And I'm like, how do y'all even do Easter? Like, my dad, like, with my family, like, I had to, like, cut ties because, like, I'm related to so many felons, right? Like, my grandpa went to prison for mailing his taxes back as deceased, so wife number 2 and 3 couldn't get their alimony. My uncle went to prison one time for robbing a store with a stick. And just so you know, gun beats stick every time. Every time. Another reason I avoid my family and I save a ton on Christmas is because, like, just the obnoxious white trash bullshit they do. I mean, you hear it in me. I sound like I was raised by the cast of Hee Haw. I sound like my teething ring was made out of Marlboro Reds. I know who I am. Well, like, my family goes hunting, right? So, like, when you put the deer urine on your boots when you're going out to hunt, you do it when you get to the woods. You don't do it in your truck because you'll never get the smell out. And you don't do it in your house because my aunt will kill you and we'll all hide the body. So my uncle puts his foot up on the fender of his truck, puts the deer urine, goes hunting for 8 hours, comes back, his fender Buck fucked his truck, right? And he had to get on the phone with insurance and be like, hey, my truck just got raped. And just so you know, liability insurance does not cover that. Does not cover that. My name is Jessica Blake. That is the most wholesome truck rape joke you will ever hear. My uncle one time came to Thanksgiving, and he was bragging for weeks that he got this Mastiff puppy out of a Walmart parking lot for $200, and he would not shut the fuck up about it. He brings this little fucker into the house on a harness with children, and he goes, "This is my puppy." It was a goddamn bear cub. He got a bear cub out of a Walmart parking lot. What kind of white trash bullshit is that? Like, my blood type is PBR, I swear to God. Every time they pull blood out of me, it's just double malt liquor, and like, oh, this shit just came out the jar. I started doing comedy because my ex-husband told me I couldn't. Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, have y'all ever been divorced? There's a hell of a rehoming fee on men. You know how much I had to pay to send him back? And I tried to argue with the judge that it was damaged goods when I got it. So now he's out there disappointing women from his mama's house. No. But once he found out I was out here slinging giggles, he tells me, hey, don't be making no dick jokes about me. I was like, baby boy, you ain't got not one goddamn thing to worry about because you did not give me enough material. I'm really glad me and him never had kids. They'd come out with like a goatee and ginger and a pack of Camels, and we'd have to send them back. Who in here has a job? Who in here does not get paid enough for that job?
I'm a teacher.
I get you. And like, for what I make, you could probably make it rain on me. Fuck it. She buy me 2 drinks, I show her my titties. And just so you know, I have mine pierced. They're like little barbells with ghosts on them because they're my boobies. Don't kick me out yet. But like, it's getting tough out here. I'm real close to just doing some heinous shit for some money, you know. And like, I'm always contemplating being a stripper. Because the way I see it work out for me and the club. Put a black light on me, I'd make that bitch glow. They can write my ass off on taxes being eco-friendly. What a lot of people don't realize is the more you see of it, the wider it gets. Like, by the time you get to the hoo-ha's, like, staring directly into the Ark of the Covenant. And yes, I know I have the body type of the ghost of the Kool-Aid Man. Okay, I'm aware of what I look like. I own a mirror, and I have a mother. But, just send me to Claremont, call it a day. If you don't know what Claremont is, that is a strip club in Georgia. That's where all the fat, ugly strippers go to die. It's the stripper retirement plan, if you will. You go there, you wake up to 2 fat bitches making you eggs. I guess the updated version of that joke would be that I need to start me an OnlyFans, which my man's all for it. He's like, you don't have parents, who cares who sees your butthole? I did do burlesque for a while. Yeah, and with burlesque, I was doing stand-up comedy and burlesque at the same time. So I was known as Tits and Giggles. My burlesque name was Vesper Divana. So Vespers are the last rites in Catholicism. Divana is Elvira's mother's name. So kind of morbid, sexy, what I was going for, right? So I had that name for a while, and I traveled and did some shows until I realized my initials are VD. So my performances are contagious. Let's see. I think dating's hard these days. This is just a fucking train wreck. I don't think anybody enjoys that shit. Meeting men. The first guy I dated after I left my husband, He was this cute little 5'6" Puerto Rican boy with a shack-sized dick, and I was like, what in the fuck am I going to do with that? Like, it's been a while since I've seen one, but goddamn. I was like, I'm going to have to ration this dick out for the week. I'm going to have to fuck you in fractions. I'm going to have to take some to work with me. I'm going to have to share with friends. Have you ever got OSHA involved over fucking? There was helmets involved. Like, if he wanted me to get on top, I was going to need a step stool. Bitch, I'm 5'2" on my best day. What the fuck you want out of me? Unreasonable expectations of women. I call bullshit. Put it away. Alright, I think that's about my time for tonight, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show. My name is Jessa Blake. I have some shows coming up. Come up to me. I have business cards and, like, merch, like I'm in a fucking tax bracket. I have a couple of shows. I am the comedic act for the Menagerie Burlesque troupe. So I have a couple of shows coming up with them. There's a Burley show January 25th at Hoots. There's one at 123 at the Quarter in Greensboro. And I will also be doing a 20-minute spot at the World of Beer in Greensboro Saturday. So just come up to me, talk to me. This guy over here, that's my bottom bitch, so he makes sure I get my motherfucking money. So just talk to me. I hope you guys have a wonderful night.
Keep it going for Jessa Blake.